And they're going to hang a left there as they head down the road to space. Now, while we watch them travel down that road to space, they've got just a couple of moments. It's a long 2-mile road there. We've got a couple of moments. Why don't we meet aviation icon Wally Funk?
You're in zero gravity for 4 minutes. You come back down. We land gently on the desert surface. We open the hatch and you step outside. What's the first thing you say?
I will say, honey, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. I've been flying forever, and I have 19,600 flying hours. I have taught over 3,000 people to fly, private, commercial, instrument, flight engineer, airline transport, gliding, everything that the FAA has, I've got the license for. And I can outrun you. Back in the 60s, I was in the Mercury 13 program. They asked me, do you want to be an astronaut? I said, yes. They told me that I had done better and completed the work faster than any of the guys. So I got a hold of NASA 4 times. I said, I want to become an astronaut, but nobody would take me. I didn't think that I would ever get to go up. Nothing has ever gotten in my way. They said, Wally, you're a girl. You can't do that. I said, guess what? Doesn't matter what you are. You can still do it if you want to do it. And I like to do things that nobody has ever done.
We're going to fly you up into space on the very first flight. That's your...
I can't tell people that are watching how fabulous I feel to have been picked by Blue Origin to go on this trip.
You're going to be an astronaut.
Oh, finally! And I'll love every second of it. Woo! I can hardly wait.
Hey, Steve.
Hi there.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know where the picture is, but
and
I can hear
frankly
you.
honored
Nice.
to help Wally Funk finally realize her dream of going.
So they did start. They are on time.
Good.
With her right here at the desk. Why don't we take a look? Wally, it is a pleasure to meet you. As a fellow pilot, you are an inspiration. So thank you.
You don't know how great it is to meet you. That you are a pilot. I don't want you to go fly more in that glider and jumping.
Oh, well,
that's great.
And hopefully follow in your footsteps and go on New Shepard one day.
Absolutely. Oh,
I mean,
yes. So,
Wally, you've waited a while to go to space. A silly question, but are you excited?
No, not at all. Of course. Since I got on the airplane and I got to fly the airplane and get here and meet all of you, this is so fantastic.
What do you on launch day? What do you think is going to be the most exciting thing? What are you looking forward to the most?
Lift off, climb, undo, and be able to move around in the. If there's room, I want to do a lot of stuff because I've done that in other situations.
And you were just telling me a second ago, you're going to take your camera up there and you've got a postcard that you're going to take a photo with.
That is what's going to be on the window when I go up, and then I'm going to take a picture of it with Earth behind me.
That's such a beautiful.
Steve, are you? You can hear me?
And the American flag back there in your flight suit. And that's going to be a spectacular photo. So,
I don't know. I don't know why.
In West Texas at our launch.
Yeah, you're here.
I used to be in Texas.
Yeah.
And teach.
So.
I think everything's fantastic.
But there's no picture.
So well.
No, that we can't see your camera.
So
yes.
I can't believe it's
all right. Okay.
I don't know, California.
Right.
And you're lucky to be here with all these friends and people and see what's going on.
Absolutely. Well, so Wally, as I said, you've been an inspiration to me. What would you say to the next generation of young people that are out there that want to go to space?
Well, I've talked to young people all my life. How many of you girls and boys want to fly? Well, not many raise their hands. I said, well, I tell you what, get your parents to take you out and give you a flight. Right. That's what my parents did at 7 years old. And if you like it, you'll continue on. And if you don't, you might continue on because something's going to be in your heart. It's going to want you to do that.
I cannot wait to
I
see
feel
you
like
guys.
Blue Origin did a better job in the pre-flight prep.
Okay.
I feel like it. You know, it's they are on time.
As you just saw,
Yeah, but
Uh,
do you know one thing I heard, and I don't know if this will be confirmed, but there is a viewing station about 10, 15 miles away from where the rocket's taking off.
Oh,
And that's
wow.
been closed. It's been closed to the people.
Oh.
So I don't know why that is the case.
Maybe because of the safety, or maybe because of COVID, because could be
Maybe.
COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could be. Yeah.
Oh wow, we have some live pictures from those folks walking up.
Brilliant.
Took a photo because, of course, you know, you got. We're gonna.
This is exciting. I see
Yeah.
some comments here. Let me see.
These astronauts, they so
Hey Nora, what's going on?
Up the tower, we've got Wally. Then it looks like Jeff Bezos, his brother Mark, and Oliver Daemen.
See Nora and
to their rocket. Now, while we have a
Why?
moment here, I do understand that Caitlin Dietrich is standing by at Mission Control. What's going on outside Mission Control, Caitlin?
Hey,
Guys, Caitlin here. I'm
good
with
morning,
Jared
guys.
Jones,
Thank you
the
for
head of the
joining.
Glenn program here. Jared, how you feeling today? Watching the launch here from Mission Control.
Excited, awesome. This is amazing. It's just incredible. You could only dream about this day. And you know,
Who's this guy? Is this an employee of?
Viewers, that today is like July the 20th, the day Neil Armstrong, who also graduated from my alma mater.
I don't know, but you know today's the 52nd anniversary of the moon landing.
Yes, yes. That's a
Yeah,
very
so-
historic event.
Yeah.
Doing our first human launch, and it's just amazing. And the reason I'm excited, but also focused, is that there's quite a bit of technology.
So, Kate, what's wrong with the picture? Is it not working, or?
No, we cannot see your live stream.
Oh, I
we cannot
see.
see your. Yeah, we cannot see your picture. We can hear you.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
And I'm just excited. I don't want to take the spotlight away. It's about New Shepard, and I'm just very proud of this.
Hey Nora, it's glad you could join us. It's another historic event today.
New Shepard is basically the second stage of New Glenn. So you're kind of seeing the second stage fly here today.
Absolutely, absolutely. New Shepard was built and designed for scalability, and we took advantage of it in New Glenn. So it's amazing feat that we're doing, and just proud to be here.
I don't know, Steve. Did you notice or not? That's Leroy. Hey, Leroy.
I'm not picking up any sort of comments or anything. I'm not seeing anybody that's coming through.
Oh, really?
No. So
And you could see that before, right?
I could see that before when we did it with the other one, but with this one, all I've got is the two screens of the interview and obviously of the Blue Origin and yourself. But
Oh, that's very interesting. Let
Yeah.
me see what's going on.
Thank you, Caitlin. Enjoy the launch.
So that's.
Jared Jones,
If I
enjoy the
click this,
launch.
then you
Play
can
out
see it,
there,
right?
outside of Mission
so I can see two headlines: the Stock Explorer and that's Leroy.
Okay.
Caitlin touched on it just a second ago,
Oh.
how basically New Shepard is being scaled up to New Glenn. Tell me how you've thought about that, because you're part of, obviously, New Shepard, the architect of New Shepard, but you've been part of thinking about the broader.
Sometimes,
roadmap
technology.
I know. Well, we don't want to use up all the juice. They need it for the flight.
But the second stage of New Glenn, that engine is a derivative
I think this guy is
today. And the techniques for
he's
vertical
a
landings,
very he is one of the main scientists behind with the whole program.
Okay.
He was an instrumental guy, especially with all the test flights they had previously.
Mhm.
And
Absolutely. And Jared Jones,
hey, thanks Nora.
leads
Yeah,
the
it's lovely that you guys could
Glenn
make it today.
program.
It's amazing.
He
Being a
has
work day,
a
especially.
big job, but he's gotten a lot of help. He's kind of gotten this catapulted help from the development and now the operations.
But Steve, what do you think? I personally think that I think
Glenn
Blue Origin
also carries some
had a decent, I would say, pre-program, as opposed to
As opposed to Richard Branson. Do you think maybe Richard Branson didn't want to make too much of a fuss because he felt that because he'd beaten Bezos, that it was almost like he was rubbing his nose in it?
person that
Could be.
actually felt this
I
Who
mean,
way.
that's
knows?
like that would be an
Meanwhile,
English characteristic.
that
You know,
Wally
you
Funk,
wouldn't sort of do
female
that sort
fighting
of thing. You
event
know.
group, people, she's 82. So I'm convinced every time I read
But
that.
I mean, Bezos has been very good with his rockets. I mean, 15 test flights and every single one successful.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, Elon Musk had 3, and they were all they were all crashed. I mean, it was obviously it was a different kind of setup, but yeah, he's done really well, Bezos. I saw him in an interview,
So the shelter
and he's not at all worried about going up. He says, "Why should I be? We did it 15 times, okay? So it's just another flight up."
Yeah, and I don't know if have you noticed, but what I've been noticing is that like even within the space community, people who were supporting Virgin Galactic are not have a very lukewarm response to Blue Origin going to space. My personal take is that it is important for all the companies who are trying to go to space. You know, now it doesn't matter who goes to space first. You know that Richard Branson has the title. You know,
Yeah.
it's done. But all these companies, like they need to go to space because just Richard Branson could go to space. You know, that's not gonna make it anything cheaper for us. You know, we need people like this guy to go to successfully in space. He's the guy. You like it, you hate him, you love him.
Yeah.
He's the guy who built Amazon, and so
yeah, so I see where you're coming from. I think, you see, I don't know, I don't know whether it's a personality thing or, I mean, but it just seems as if I don't know, for some reason Richard Branson comes over as more transparent. You know, he answers all the questions, but Bezos seems to be a bit more sort of cagey, and he just doesn't sort of, I don't know, come across as transparent. That's just my personal feeling. I mean, I don't know whether that's a feeling that's shared by other people that might be watching.
yeah, no, I know. Leroy is at work. No worries, Leroy. Just enjoy the show. There's an escape mechanism also. Yes, there is. Yeah. He's not going to risk his life without all the.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. He's gonna ring the bell.
Oh wow! And there's his brother.
That's his brother, Mark Bezos. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What a moment!
And there's Wally.
That's Wally Funk. Yes.
82 years old.
82, and this is the youngest kid who's gonna become an astronaut, Oliver.
Yeah, he's gonna get his wings.
And who's this guy?
Maybe he's the guy that's flying the rocket.
There's a noise on their way to get into the crew capsule. Kevin, the crew member 7 that you see there in the black suit, he is now going to help them ingress, get into the capsule, get situated in their seats, and of course help them get buckled into their harnesses and go through any final safety checks before closing the hatch. I mean, we should note though, Gary and I have both been through the astronaut training experience. It's a 5-point harness. By the time you're done with training, you can do that upside down, backwards with your eyes closed, inside and out. I mean, you definitely understand how that works, and you're going to need to, because when we come back, when you get back into your seat from 0G, that's very important. Let's watch here.
I think the weather is also, there's no weather problem today. Everything looks great.
That's good news. That's important.
I was watching some videos of Blue Origin yesterday, and it's just remarkable how the launch happens, and then when they split, when the top part splits from the rocket, it goes above 100 kilometers carbon line. That's amazing.
Yeah, I still kind of I still quite understand or grasp how does the capsule just keep going on its own momentum, or does it have an engine, or?
Yeah, actually, I can quickly show. Let me just pause the sharing. I'll show you a quick video on what's going on.
Okay.
So while we wait for this one, I am going to show a quick.
Engine start. 2, 1.
Oh, excellent. That was very good.
Yeah, this is the flight path. Let me see. Let me share my screen
Hmm.
and get this. I think I got this one. Here's the flight
Oh,
path.
okay.
So it launches, and then right below, I think it's right before the Kármán line.
Yeah.
It's- And it goes above, and then you have the rocket comes back,
Yeah.
and then you have these 3 parachutes which opens up and brings the pod back on the ground.
Okay. And basically, it's going to drop into the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it should not be too far away from the landing.
Yeah, I was just wondering whether there'll be like some kind of minibus or something picking them up, and there might even be an opportunity for some sort of presentation or something.
Yeah, I feel like our friends at
You've been in emission control during.
I forget, Richard Branson.
Yeah.
I think he's much more
A
I would
showman.
say a man of show, I guess, as compared
Yeah.
to Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think so. He's got that long hair. He's sort of swashbuckling, a bit of an adventurer.
Yeah, I feel like Blue Origin I did not see a lot more. I did not see a lot of advertisement or marketing.
Yeah.
As opposed to Virgin Galactic. That's
Okay.
to be honest.
Yeah, but I tell you what is interesting was I found out that at the auction, when they auctioned that ticket, there were 7,500 people that were involved in the bidding process. So there is an appetite for it, and there's a lot of people very interested.
Oh, absolutely. It's but the funny thing is, if you go online and you look at the number of people watching this show right now versus how many people watch the Virgin Galactic, there's a big. But it also could be because today is a work day. A lot of people are at work right now.
Yeah.
It's probably people who are in maybe what's the time in London right now, Steve?
The time at the moment. No, it's sort of 1:39 in the afternoon.
So you're in the middle of a work day. People are starting the work right now here in the US, at least in the East Coast.
Yeah.
It's too early for our folks in the Pacific time zone.
Mm. But I think, like you said, so with Richard Branson, he had to kind of do it the weekend, because with it being a public company, you have to sort of be good to your shareholders, and you've got to please as many people. Whereas when you have a private company like Bezos, he can do it anytime he wants. And if he decides he's going to do it in the morning, he does it in the morning.
What do you think, Steve? I'm going to pause this. What do you think? When is Blue Origin going to go public?
I don't know. I don't think it needs to go public. I mean, I think some people, some bosses, the main reason of going public is to get more money. But if he's got plenty of money, why would he want to go public and then have to be answerable to people, and people questioning him and telling him, you can do this, you can't do that? He wants to be his own free spirit, do his own thing. And he can do that. He doesn't need the money.
That is true.
I mean, I don't know if you know this, but he actually sold $6.6 billion worth of Amazon shares.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so of course, money is not a problem.
Yeah.
The only problem he's got is people who get in his way, or administrators or government officials. They're the only problem he's got.
True. Nora, you're right. I also think that he's going to probably wait until it gets profitable and then eventually go public with Blue Origin. And at that point of time, I personally think that just from an operational standpoint, as just looking at from as a shareholder, if Jeff goes into makes this company public, he will really drive it like Amazon, as opposed to Virgin Galactic.
But
So
do you
we'll
not
see.
think? Do you not think that that sort of Bezos is more limited than Branson, because Branson just needs to launch his planes from airfields, and there's more
Absolutely.
airfields,
Yeah.
whereas Bezos is kind of, rockets. You're kind of restricted.
Yeah, so the problem with both SpaceX and Blue Origin is that they need to have a special purpose facility like this over here in Texas and Florida, whereas Bezos, Virgin Galactic can fly from anywhere. From a regular airport they can fly if needed be.
Yeah. I think
Nora says she would be much less nervous with a rocket compared to Virgin Galactic.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with an aeroplane, you kind of you feel your way up to space, whereas with a rocket you just blast it. But mind you, Nora, she loves Disney, and she's probably been on all those hairy, scary rides. She's got no fear.
You're saying something, Steve. I cut you off. Apologies. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that with an aeroplane, you kind of you make your way slowly up into space. So maybe that slow process is easier to cope with rather than the crazy 2,330 miles an hour.
Yeah,
3 times the speed of sound or something. You have to cope with that. So what's happening now? Let's
see what's happening. I'm gonna switch it on.
She is going to space. Such an honor to be able to help her realize this dream of going to space after so long.
I think they're getting ready right now. All the astronauts are being situated inside the capsule.
Yeah,
but it's amazing, right? You have the 18-year-old kid,
yeah,
and then you have the oldest women. From an astronaut standpoint, 82 years old. Everybody in between, Mark and Jeff.
Yeah. I don't know how old Mark is, but I know Jeff's 57.
How old is Mark? Let me see how old Mark is.
Okay,
pull it up.
While you're looking for that, I was quite interested in reading about Wally Funk, because she was only 20 years old when she became a pilot instructor, and then she applied 3 times to become an astronaut. On 2 occasions, from what I read, on 2 occasions they said that she didn't have any engineering experience, but the truth I think was I think they were discriminating against her being a woman. And then when women were allowed to go up into space, and I don't know why they weren't, but when they chose another lady and said that she was too old. So it's nice to see that Jeff's given her a break.
That's amazing. So Mark is 4 years younger than Jeff, so he's 53. Jeff is 57. And hey, Michelle. And where is Elon, Nora? I don't know. Elon is probably watching it, I guess, online. He's not a big fan of Jeff here.
He might be with Richard Branson, because they seem to get on together, don't they?
All right, so we have Michelle as well joining.
Wow, okay.
Caitlin, what's going on out there, Mission Control?
I agree.
Hey everyone, so basically we've actually left Mission Control, the porch, and now we're at what we call fallback 3. It's on basically the entrance to the road to space, and right here is where the astronauts drove by. They went all the way to the tower. You can probably see it there in the very distance. Here we just closed the hatch and everything's looking nominal. And basically what's going to happen is once the capsule is under parachutes, we have a convoy here right behind us that's going to be racing out to get that hatch open and celebrate after their victorious flight to space. So that's what we're all preparing for here after their 11-minute flight. So we're pretty excited.
Do you know the one good thing that I like about all this is that you don't have all this, once they get back down, you don't have all this messing about with decompression chambers and things like that. They just walk out and off they go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fast. They just get the job done.
Yeah.
Michelle, let me see. I think it's in Texas. I think it's let me get you the name of the place.
And that adrenaline, you have a moment in the capsule now to reflect when the hatch is closed. It's actually pretty quiet. You've got ear hearing protection and just.
Yeah, it's in West Texas desert. It's 25 miles north of a town called Van Horn.
Recline in a seat next to directly next to a window that is so big, you can just turn your head and feel like you're floating
So
right on the edge of the rocket.
I will actually post this
Designed
here.
it that way so that when you
This
are actually
is
in
the
space,
launch site.
you don't have
Is
to turn your
so it's a
head
very remote area,
right
Steve,
out
to
to
begin
the
with,
Yeah.
actually.
actually be
And how are we for time? Is it all to schedule? Do we know?
Yeah, it's at right at 9 o'clock. The good part is what we can see live right now.
Yeah.
It is happening. We know that these guys are already boarded and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Nora. I think from I think Elon spaceships takes off from there, right? Let me
really, if we
double
were
check
able to
that.
do it, we would have made
I think SpaceX goes from.
That is kind of a cool idea. Is that for the next iteration?
Yeah, there was something in the news about SpaceX and Bezos sort of taking off from the same area.
I understand that we've got a special message from Christina Bezos.
Oh, Christina Bezos. Okay, let's see. Should be interesting.
Okay.
That's his sister, Jeff and Mark.
Right.
Yeah, Port Canaveral. Yep.
So what's the significance of the feather? I didn't really look into that. Do you know what the significance of the feather is? The
Let's
emblem.
find out.
First step, Blue Control. On that note, Jeff and Mark, I have a special message from you from your sister Christina. Steve and I are so excited for this monumental launch. Jeff, this is something you've dreamed of your whole life, and your passion for space is infectious. Mark, you're the best champion when it comes to encouraging us in our adventures. As you buckle in, I'm reminded of when Jeff was Captain Kirk, Mark, you were Sulu, and I took the role.
Yeah, it's great, Nora. This is exciting. It's great stuff.
All the while dodging in and out of traffic and praying that we make it to our destination safely. Mark, be prepared to fire.
Oh, I love Tom Hanks as well, Michelle. I think they should make a movie with Tom Hanks in it.
So I can give you a huge hug.
The birds fly.
And Godspeed, New Shepard.
And there it is. Beautiful message from Christine.
Oh, wow. Look at all the crowd.
Yeah, it's amazing.
As they should. A big day for our full Blue Origin team. It's early out there on the West Coast, but they wouldn't miss it for the world. Look at them.
Wow, it's really early over there.
Yeah.
What a day for the entire Blue Origin.
Yeah, I think with Wally Funk being 82, she's beaten John Glenn because John Glenn was 77 years old.
Yes.
So yeah, she's got a record there.
And I personally think that this is amazing, though. That she is able to, go in space as an astronaut.
Yeah.
And
but she's so full of life. She's so energetic.
I know.
And you know what? Bezos said that in 1960, whatever it was, she passed all her tests with flying colors. And this second time round, she did the same.
I know, it's amazing. It's amazing how full of life she is.
Yeah.
And look at this kid, right? I mean, 18 years old and, getting a chance to fly with, Jeff.
Yeah.
To space.
Yeah.
His dad was the winner of the, the mystery auction.
Right.
So
but so if you want to know where all the money is, it's in hedge funds because that's what his dad is into, hedge funds.
Absolutely. And Nora can attest to the hedge fund with the AMC. Let's see what we are getting.
All right.
So the next is from Michelle. The feather came down in the movie. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Now, Oliver also has his pilot's license and will be studying physics in college. And in just a bit.
Yeah. So great for the lady. Absolutely, Michelle.
Yeah.
This is amazing. It's great to see that we have some.
What are you doing sitting here? Come on, man. We were like that guy not only going to study physics but also innovation. So we can.
I got some girl power.
Yeah, we have some girl power over there. Plus we need it, right? And I think what Jeff has done here is, brought two spectrums of life, right? You have the youngest I'm pretty sure you can't. 18 was the minimum requirement to fly. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And then you brought somebody as 80
Yeah.
years old, 82 years old. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it just shows that space is open to everybody. We don't discriminate in space. In fact, we
Yeah.
need some new laws in space that make it even more open and more diversified and everything else that goes with it.
Absolutely. We can see Oliver from the window.
Okay. Does he look worried? Does he look
He's
okay?
definitely not looking as relaxed as he would look on an airplane.
No.
Because I think the experience starts right at the launch, right? The rocket.
Wow.
It goes vertical up.
Do you think it's a bit like when you're? Well, I mean, Nora will be able to tell us this. Is it a bit like when you're on that roller coaster and you're at the very top and you're just waiting for the big drop? But in that case, they're going up instead of down.
They will always go up to 2,500 feet, Michelle. And it will be 3 miles beyond Kármán line, which is, I think, 100 kilometers.
Yeah, I think the thing is with that is the way I've heard people explain it is what they've said is that Richard Branson went to the edge of space, and Jeff Bezos is going to the beginning of space. So that's kind of like the distinction. But the Kármán line is, I think, the international sort of recognized sort of definition of where space starts. But all the astronauts that have been interviewed have said that, come on, when you're up there and you can see the planet, I mean, give or take 10, 15 miles, what the hell, does it really matter?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the details part of a contract. The devil lies in what is that analogy, Steve?
Yeah,
the devil is in the details, right?
Detail.
Yes,
but
yes.
You see, the thing is, this needn't have been brought up. But I think Jeff Bezos brought it up. So again, this is possibly the example of why maybe people don't like him, because instead of celebrating and patting Richard on the back and saying well done, he's kind of like going into the minutiae and saying, well, hang on, we're going to be going up another 12 miles higher than you. So,
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe that's the competitive spirit or the edge or whatever.
Yep. Michelle, thank you. Devil lies in the details. Absolutely. I think Bezos still thinks he's probably the first person to go in space, and then they can argue about who went, but
I think myself personally, I think it's a trait. When you have these successful people, they always seem to get their own way, and when things don't work out for them, they get really upset and cross and angry. And maybe there's something a bit of that in what's going on. But I mean, to be honest with you, they're all doing a great job, and it's fantastic for humanity what's happening.
Smash the like, Nora. Yeah. Oh wow, it's only like 5 minutes left.
Do you know what? If we were the only people, if we were the only people streaming this, we could have been selling tickets.
I know. I probably would have quit my job by now.
Yeah. What is that white board thing? Is that some sort of whiteboard? Is Jeff Bezos going to make a quick speech before he goes up?
Oh my goodness.
Or maybe it's the flag, but we can't see the other side.
Yeah, and you see this little wire which connects to the rocket. Yeah, that detaches when the rocket goes up. So it's
okay.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's not that's got nothing to do with where the fuel goes, is it? Or
thank you again, everybody, for joining us live from West Texas for New Shepard's first.
All right, what's the time? We've got 5 minutes.
15 minutes. We are in a brief hold here.
Brief hold.
This is okay. I mean, to say, Gary, you can appreciate this. We spent years designing this rocket, months and months designing the mission. And if we need to take a couple of minutes more to make sure that the team is aligned, that we're all set and sorted, that our astronauts are happy, that the weather both on the ground and up aloft is within green zones, then we're going to do that. How do you guys think about holds when you're in mission control? What is happening right now?
There's really two kinds of holds. There might be a hold while they investigate an anomaly, and very often that is not the case, though. There are sometimes holds just to catch up with the timeline. The thing about New Shepard that's distinct from orbital vehicles that you might have seen is that we don't need to launch at a precise time to meet some launch window because we're trying to intercept something in space. We have a lot of time. We can take our time. It's better to pause and hold.
Oh, 40 and Broke's just joined us. Thanks for coming on board. Appreciate that. Kay, I asked 40 and Broke to come and join us for this. A last minute thing.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, big thumbs up, big shout out to 40 and Broke.
Yeah, we don't have a like button here. I would have definitely pressed that.
Who knows? Maybe Jeff Bezos is watching from his mobile phone or something. I don't know.
Place your bets quickly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Check out our astronauts in the capsule as they get ready for their launch to space and back this morning.
Wow. To be honest, if Amazon, if they were a public company today, it would be, the stock would be probably, I guess, going down like how Virgin Galactic went down, but who knows?
Yeah, was that because I mean, we know all the stocks have gone down because of COVID and all that, but did Virgin go down because Branson released another 500 million shares or something? That's what I was hearing.
Yeah, but that was something everybody knew, that that is how they generate the cash. They don't have any more funding from, private companies, right?
No.
Venture capitalists.
Yeah. But the thing is, the people like that Kramer guy, Jim Kramer, people like that, they always say things like, when you're watching a company, just because they get good results, it doesn't necessarily mean the shares are going to go straight up. Because a lot of the times, if a company forecasts its own production figures as to what it expects, that projection might be a too easy target. So the fact that they meet it and beat it is no big deal. But it's a kind of strange thing, because you'd think that, the Galactics one would skyrocket, and it didn't.
Yeah. Michelle is saying I think it was because of shorts. Michelle, absolutely. That's the hedge funds right there. I personally think that the retail investors really got too ahead of themselves for Virgin Galactic from a standpoint that they thought the stock is going to go to $100. But to be honest, there is no fundamental behind it, right? This was a test flight to make sure that, let me actually mute this, then I can speak. This was a test flight to make sure that humans can go to space. So that concept got, we proved that concept. But now the real test begins for Virgin Galactic. Is like, can they take normal people? Because see, Richard Branson and all the astronauts, they were training for months and months and months to prepare for that day. When, tourists like us, we will only be there for, I don't know how many, 3-4 days. Maybe they will have some kind of a medical requirement. Now comes the tough part.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, from what I gather, most of the training that the passengers get is more to do with health and safety rather than anything technical, because at the end of the day, they're not flying the aircraft, they're just passengers. But there's a lot of considerations to take into account, and health is obviously one of them.
Yeah. No, Michelle, I'm not British. Steve is British. I live in New Jersey. Yes, Laura, I live in New Jersey.
Yeah, Nora's just asked that question.
And 40 and Broke, I would love to go to space. Absolutely. And that's why we need these guys to be honest, to go to space so that they can make it cheaper. And Steve and I, we were discussing this in our last live stream when Virgin Galactic went to space was, for people like us, for average people like us, we need more companies to offer these kinds of offerings. Otherwise, I don't know how many of us can really afford.
Well,
honest.
what you remember, Richard Branson did actually make an announcement that through Amaze, which is like a lottery,
Yeah.
people will be able to have the opportunity of getting up into space. The other thing about Amaze was I didn't realize that there's lots of other people that use Amaze for their lottery funding. Like George Clooney, his wife, she's into human rights, and basically, if you get a winning ticket with George Clooney's Amaze, then you get to spend a coffee morning with George Clooney. Now, wouldn't that be nice? Well,
Yeah.
I'd enjoy it, and I don't know about anybody else.
Absolutely, Nora. Yeah, it was definitely priced in. Michelle says it is called supply and demand. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know.
Well, the up-to-date figures that I've come across is 300,000 for a ticket.
Yeah. 40 and Brooke says the private sector always does it better and cheaper. And I think the reason behind they do it better is because there is, I would say, you know, first shareholders, of course, you have to report to, and the profit, right? Because they're working for profit from a government standpoint. And this is my take. They're working at a macro level. There is no, it's just they're just built differently, right? A government is looking at more from a welfare standpoint for the, you know, for the population. Now, that's a different debate whether they do it or not, but you know, I think that is how the institution is set up.
The thing that I would add to that, as being somebody that worked for the government, is that if you work for the government, whether you do a very good job or you do a poor job, you've still got the job. So there isn't always that motivation as in the private sector. In the private sector, if you don't do well, you go out of business. Whereas in the government sector, because you're being funded by the taxpayer, you know, whether you do a good job or a lousy job, you're still in a job. So there's no motivation there. And secondly, I think it's the red tape. That's what kills it. Can you sort of can you be around long enough to get through all that red tape?
Yeah. It's amazing. Hey, Nora, yeah, amazing. So do you live in Philly or you live in Florida? I want to see how the rocket lands. Oh, absolutely. And it's a great, there's a 15-minute trip, 11-minute trip. They go up, they come down. It's amazing. 40 and Brooke says Elon Musk said that the state of NASA's technology was a joke.
Do you know it's true? Because one thing that Elon Musk said is you can't make a profit if you just send 12 rockets up into space a year. You've got to send hundreds of them up. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Absolutely. Red tape and no accountability. Absolutely. I think that's how the government is. And that is true for all governments around the world, at least the ones I have seen or I have known.
Well, the trouble is, you see, with all this paperwork, is every time you fill in a form with a piece of paperwork, it usually comes with a fee as well. So you have to pay for the document.
Yeah. Yes, Nora. Yeah, his dad was the winner of the $28 million event, and I think for some reason he could not make it. So he's sending his son.
You don't think he got space fright, do you?
I think we'll have some jitters right now while they're waiting.
Mm-hmm. We don't know though what the delay is, do we? Have they said what's causing the delay?
No, they are just waiting in the mission control.
Okay, just to make sure there's no airplanes flying across the sky. Can you imagine if you were in an airplane and you saw this rocket go past you?
40 and Brooke, my uncle once told me, what is an elephant? It's a mouse built to government specs.
And Oliver, soon to be the oldest, youngest astronauts who have ever flown into space. Oliver, that's representing our international friends out there, taking the Dutch flag to space.
Dutch flag. Very
Oh,
nice.
wow. Okay. Of course, yeah, because the young man is from the Netherlands.
But certainly since the 1960s, and she was part of that.
Yeah, did we ever find out about Chama Palihapitiya and why we didn't see him at Richard Branson's do? Because at the end of the day, he was the guy who did the SPAC and got Richard Branson to where he is now.
To be honest, I did not see him even in the news after that. There
No.
was nothing about
Yeah.
Chamath.
Yeah.
Maybe he's working with Elon, who knows, or Jeff, you know.
Who knows? Who knows? Do you know what? The one thing I didn't figure out, and because I'm not really a mathematician, but maybe one of the people that are watching can tell us if they've got a calculator or they're very clever, is what's 6% of 28,000? So what's 6% of $28 million? Because 6% is what the winner had to pay the auctioneer.
28 million, right?
28 million, yeah. So what's 6% of 28 million? Because that's what.
Wow.
That's,
it's 1.6 million.
all right. Okay. Let's just suppose this for billionaires. It's just loose change.
Yeah. T-4. So in 4 minutes, we will see an 11-minute trip.
Wow. I'm hoping. I guess they will have cameras inside the capsule. Okay. Can you guarantee that for us?
I hope so, because as far as all the videos I saw, I did see that they had cameras.
Oh, good. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe that was just an image they rendered.
I think maybe I guess they'll want us to see them floating in the capsule, so you'd think they would have cameras. So
true.
Mm.
And inside once these guys, they are above the Kármán line, when they can take off their belt, they will have about 3 minutes to move around that capsule. I really don't know how much you can move around because it doesn't look big, at least. And
they'll be bumping into each other.
Yeah, and then we have two big guys, right? Jeff and Mark are pretty, big guys.
Yeah.
Inspiration from the past. Hello, so it's about to happen. Yeah, absolutely. It's, I think, 3 minutes to go.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Inspiration from the past. I contacted Inspiration from the past about an hour ago. So, great that you could join us. Appreciate your support. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Got a really great channel. Fantastic.
I'm gonna check it out. I did not. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure Inspiration from the past is from the UK. So I need to go into the about section and double check that now. Can you tell them not to send the plane, send the rocket up into space while I check that?
Well, we have T-2 minutes, so we have some time.
I've got 2 minutes. Okay.
Back again, this vehicle, we've had 15 successful flights on. Again, we're looking forward to this 16th one, of course, a very special one.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, Nora. Oh, okay, Steve, you're gonna miss this.
All right, I'm watching now. I'm watching.
I'm gonna keep quiet now for a while.
Okay,
and
I'll keep quiet as well.
We are about to go to space, everybody.
We are in auto sequence. Ariane, when that engine gimbal check occurs and that engine swings, they should actually be able to feel it in the cabin because it'll sway the stack back and forth.
There go the aft fin checks. There you see the engine gimbal check just peeking out at the base of the rocket. All right, here we go, everybody. Thousands of people contributed years to this historic moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Origin's first human flight. Godspeed, first crew of New Shepard. Let's light this candle.
T-minus 16, guidance internal. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command engine start. 2, 1. Ignition. We have liftoff. Shepard cleared the tower.
And New Shepard has cleared the tower on our way to space with our first human crew. Go, Jeff. Go, Mark. Go, Wally. Go, Oliver. You are going to space.
Five up.
Oh my goodness, listen to the roar of the BE-3 engine. We are just about to pass through max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. That is when the stresses on the vehicle are at their maximum.
Max Q.
Max Q is confirmed. Beautiful burn on that BE-3 engine. Liquid hydrogen
Mach 1.
and liquid oxygen as the propellant. It's a nice, not just clean in terms of beautifully performing, but what comes out of it, it's steam, right? Whew. To see the glow of the engine underneath the rocket, just under our shoulders, and to know that we've got a crew that is going to space. It just feels different, doesn't it, Gary?
It is totally different.
All right, you can follow along, of course, the speedometer in the bottom left, the altimeter in the middle of the screen there. So far appears to be a nominal flight. All right, coming up here on MECO, main engine cutoff. That will be followed shortly by separation. And at that point, after separation, we're going to let the astronauts unbuckle and take in the freedoms of zero G. There is MECO, main engine cutoff.
Wow.
A beautiful
Amazing.
shot down the New Shepard rocket. Look at that view.
A separation is coming up soon.
Yeah.
Unreal. Awaiting separation here. And here we are. You can start to see. Stand by. You're going to see the separation of the capsule from the booster itself.
Oof. They have reached the Kármán line now.
Oh wow.
We can hear them.
Yeah.
And there we go. Our astronauts have passed the Kármán line at about 328,000 feet, continuing their ascent. See the two vehicles there. When the speed hits 0, you know that they've hit apogee, their maximum altitude, and you hear they're having quite an experience.
That's a very good point from Inspiration. They are a bit cheeky.
I think we can call that a private company launching first human flight.
Yeah, because Yuri Gagarin was the first, and there was a dog in space as well, wasn't there?
Yes. Did the parachutes deploy already or no? Not yet. Though they did, it did.
But I didn't see. I didn't see the capsule and the rocket.
1 minute warning. 1 minute warning.
Oh, 1 minute warning is that you have to get back to your seats now. And
I
buckle
see.
up. Yeah.
Right. Nothing to panic about then.
See the technology difference between you can hear everybody perfectly clear. Virgin Galactic, we were having technology issues. We could not hear them.
Mm.
I mean, you love or hate Jeff Bezos is an operational genius. You like it or you hate it.
Yeah.
Wow, what a view.
Amazing.
And we're going to see the rocket actually landing.
Everybody in?
First step, status check.
Hopefully we'll see what happens inside.
Oliver, status check.
Absolutely, Michelle, yes.
Blue Control, Oliver.
So that's the rocket coming down now.
Right, okay.
Copy, astronaut Wally.
Wally.
Sounds like Wally's misbehaving.
Blue Control.
Copy, astronaut demo.
Astronaut demo, reply.
Copy, astronaut Bezos.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing. It's just see the.
Yeah, it's just like a remote control almost.
I know.
Copy.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live for our first human flight on New Shepard. So far, a nominal flight. Our booster is about to return to its landing pad. There we see engine relights. The sonic boom.
Beautiful.
God, it looks like something out of Thunderbirds, if you ever remembered that program.
Yes, I remember that. Yes. Wow. It's a booster touchdown.
Booster
Nice.
touchdown. Welcome back, New Shepard.
Oh, wow, that's great. That means it's
rocket
ready for the next one.
Beautiful flight.
Absolutely.
To space.
First step, your booster has landed.
Booster landed.
Oh, here we come.
Hi, Pit Rescue. Glad you could join us.
And there it is, our crew capsule with our 4 crew members on board.
You have a very happy crew up here, I want you to know.
Yeah, we'll have to complain to Jeff Bezos about this 40 and broke. It's not good enough. we need to see them inside. It'll probably come out on video, but it'll cost you.
Stand by drobe.
Okay, it deploys now.
Wow.
Stand by main.
Let's see if it's a bumpy landing or not.
It's definitely not as smooth as Virgin Galactic.
So far,
but
No, I mean, I don't know how they. Oh, wow.
Here comes the crew capsule back from space. The drogues deployed. Here are the mains out, reefing and coming to full inflation. Our rocket went over Mach 3 And now they're coming floating back down at just about 15 or 16 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
About to point us home back here in West Texas after having gone over the Kármán line, the internationally recognized line of space. The world's newest astronauts. Gary, how you holding up, friend?
I am speechless.
Absolutely, Michelle. He has to raise more money.
And those big, beautiful windows.
Michelle, I
It's got
mentioned
about a
to
minute and a
Kay
half
before you came online that apparently Jeff
floating
Bezos has
for,
sold
the activation of his
$6.6
first
billion
jet
worth of Amazon
for a
shares.
soft touchdown.
So I think
At
he's
this
pretty
point,
all right at the
there are
moment.
Sensors on board that are detecting how high they are above the ground. Multiple sensors, and just 6 feet above the ground, that cushion of air will
Is
puff,
that
and they will have a soft touchdown. Almost
what
like
was that burn on that? No, it's just the way.
No,
it
it's just
looks.
the feather. The
Oh,
design
right.
of the feather,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm sure their adrenaline
Okay.
is pumping now.
There you go. It's a touchdown.
Here we go.
16, 400, 300. It's almost there.
Oh,
Whoa. Is that a bird? No, that's a drone. That's a drone.
drone.
Yeah, that's almost
Still
there. Less
going
than
pretty
100
fast.
feet.
It's still going
70.
pretty fast. It's still going pretty fast.
Yeah. Oh.
Whoa!
And touchdown. Welcome
Brilliant.
back, New
Well done.
Shepard's first
Beautiful.
human crew.
Yeah.
What? What a
Welcome
flight.
back to Earth First Step. Congratulations to all of you.
Fantastic.
This was amazing.
What?
Yeah.
It was an
What a
amazing.
day.
Brilliant.
On this capsule, and we're so grateful to everybody who made this possible. Thank you.
There you
So,
go.
Oliver, thank you so much for everyone there. It was amazing. It was amazing.
All right.
Copy First Step. You have a very happy Capcom.
Do you think they're gonna show us how they get off board the capsule?
I'm guessing that Jeff will get out first. I might be wrong. I have to put bets on it now. Who's going to get out first?
Copy. Astronaut demo.
Astronaut demo, I am unbelievably good.
Copy.
Is that Oliver? He looks.
I don't know, but it looks a bit hot and sweaty in there.
I know. We didn't hear anything from Oliver.
Everyone,
No,
This whole
it's
trip.
probably biting his nails or something.
Is on their way. Shortly, you will hear the capsule off-gassing.
Did anybody have to or application?
Well, that's amazing. Now we have two companies taking people, non-astronauts like the real astronauts, to space.
Yeah, the pressure's on now for Musk. The pressure is on.
Yeah, I think he's busy with Tesla right now, but I'm pretty sure he'll get to it soon.
Yeah. I think he's got a contract with NASA for the moon. Oh, picturesque. Branson did it better. Well.
I think it was also supported by a lot more. I guess the crew that. I think the investors are also very passionate about Virgin Galactic.
Yeah.
Because you can't invest in Blue Origin right now, so there's a big community behind Virgin Galactic as well.
Yeah, I guess the it's a softer landing on the aeroplane than it is on that capsule. But yeah, it's still progress. It can only get better. Why is Nora? Is she crying or laughing?
She's laughing. I don't know about you, but I'm expecting some really amazing speech now from Jeff Bezos. I hope he doesn't let us down.
The world's newest minted astronauts, they're on board discussing their incredible flight of a lifetime up to space and back. Wow. Our team is now preparing landing safety operations.
There you go.
The recovery crew has already well minutes ago has left the barn there to go open the hatch. You can see them there. They're arriving at the capsule in the Rivians. You can actually also see
Rivian. See, he made a mention of
parachutes
Rivian.
very
Oh,
close to
no.
the capsule. It means that there's not much wind out there. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Not too shabby, Gary. What do you think?
No, it was picture perfect. And it sounds like it landed pretty much exactly where we predicted. That's how they can get to it so quickly. They start moving even before it landed based on the prediction of landing. We used weather balloons that we launched throughout the morning, and that gives us a very good idea of where it will land, which is within 1,000 feet. What you're seeing that they're doing right now is Kevin Sprogue, crew member 7, is just making sure everybody is okay and gives them a thumbs up. They're also grounding the vehicle. When you go into space, you could accumulate pretty significant electric charge. That's actually why we prefer that the astronauts not get out themselves, so that we can ground the vehicle at static charge, which can be quite strong.
Wow.
Wow,
Excellent. And
that's
I think
a point.
there
Good
that
point.
Kevin Sprogue, our crew member 7, has given the thumbs up.
No, right?
All of our astronauts that are on board there. Again, Jeff Bezos, Mark Bezos, Wally Funk, and Oliver Daemen. What an incredible day. You heard them on the audio. Best day ever. I mean, this is I feel like this is our best day ever, and we didn't even get to go up to space. I mean, what a day. Again, congratulations to the entire Blue team, our astronaut crew, and of course the friends and family of these incredible astronauts.
I think Virgin Galactic was a little bit more elegant, I would say,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
descent.
I was just going to say that. You beat me to it. Yes, sure, definitely. I mean, stuck in the desert.
Thank you, Michelle, for joining. We'll be wrapping up as well over here soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks,
We just
Michelle.
want to make sure Jeff Bezos says something, and then we will end our live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely more, I would say, elegant in the ending.
Yeah, I mean, we said this before, didn't we? That Richard Branson's more of a showman, so he would have done all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's done lots of things, and yeah, he's a showman.
And that was more like a plane, right? When it landed, people could just get out as regular people.
Yeah, this seems a bit cumbersome, a bit kind of almost amateurish, but no, it's great. It's incredible.
Yeah, they're different designs, and I think it just.
They're looking for a spanner or a screwdriver or something. It's not very, like I say, not very dignified. They'll probably jump over something in a minute.
Confirm. Okay, so you can go live. Go to the camera.
Gary,
Jimmy,
the architect of New Shepard. Congratulations to you, man.
Congratulations.
Give me a
to you,
hug. This is just, oh, what a day. Again, thank you everybody for joining us live for our first human flight of New Shepard.
They're not going to get out.
Astronauts went to space and back, topping over 350,000 feet, well over 100 kilometers. They've come back down safely. We're just waiting here for egress. Our crew is going to get out of the capsule and meet their families back.
that is true. Pinterest inspiration from the past.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, with the aeroplanes and that. Yeah,
yeah.
And this moment.
They're gonna have to get a sledgehammer in a minute.
Oh my goodness.
Smash the window or something. All right.
I think they still need to. Oh, finally. As usual, Jeff comes out first. Yeah.
Yeah. Still alive.
I'm still alive.
Oh, look. Wally's making the most of it. She's really.
Hey, thank you, 40 and Broke. It was glad you could join us.
Oh, great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Keep in touch.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I like the space uniform. It looks quite sort of nice.
What a
Yeah.
day again here, a successful launch and landing of the new Shepard rocket and crew capsule with our first human flight crew there, Jeff Bezos, Mark Bezos, Oliver Daemen, and Wally Funk.
Is there a significance of blue color when it comes to astronauts?
Families there giving big hugs all
I don't know,
around.
but obviously, I think
So
Blue
much
Origin is
emotion
based on the blue
from
planet.
all of them.
Yeah.
Our
The-
planet's
the
blue.
elation. Did you see
So I don't know
Wally?
whether that's
Did you see
just
Wally when she came out? You know this.
follow
I
on from
told you
that.
she was probably going to do a summer.
Nora likes the cowboy hat. Absolutely.
All right.
What an incredible, incredible.
I'm just waiting for Jeff.
Again,
Jeff to say something.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to what he wants to say.
hard engineering,
Yeah.
technical thought that goes
He'll
into
probably
it.
say that
When you
I went above the karma line.
I beat Richard Branson. That's what he's
Yeah.
gonna say.
Yeah.
time,
Mind you, just thinking on, he has to wear Bezos has to wear a hat, one of those Texan. He's in Texas,
He is
They
in
wear
Texas.
so he's got to. It's you can't not wear one of those hats if you're in Texas.
This might have looked easy today. It was anything but easy. To design a vehicle like this that is so safe.
I think the credit goes to all the people behind, right? These guys who made this possible. I mean, keep Jeff aside.
Yeah.
Everything else was immaculate, perfect.
Yeah, it is. This really amazes me because you would have expected some sort of hiccups or something not quite right, but it just I suppose everything's computerized now and digitalized, and maybe that's why. But yeah, incredible work. These guys, there's some amazing work out there.
Yeah. It's I mean leave the whether you like Jeff or not, keep
Yeah.
that aside, but it's just amazing seeing finally these guys,
Yeah.
second company to do it,
Yeah,
went one step ahead.
yeah, definitely. And now, I mean, it just shows you what a bit of competition can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to now Elon Musk doing it. It will be an amazing backing by a lot of people.
Well, maybe he'll give us the wow factor. Maybe he's keeping us hanging on, and then he's going to announce we're going to Mars or something.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna do something
'Cause
crazy.
he doesn't do anything in half measures.
I know.
Exactly, only proper way to end a space flight with a champagne.
How come Jeff is not saying anything? I'm surprised.
I don't know. I think he's still going around hugging people. I guess maybe once you've got off that rocket, you need a bit of time to compose yourself because you probably might be out of breath or just so overexcited about everything that
Absolutely.
you wouldn't want to say something just out of the blue.
Oh, I think it's the conference starting now. Let's see.
Okay, right.
A beautiful moment there. For a woman who was denied her opportunity to go to space in the 60s, she had to wait till the 2020s. But man, it was worth the wait. There you see the Bezos brothers hugging it out.
They're still hugging.
Yeah.
What a moment. You saw the first hug when Jeff came out of the capsule to his mother, Jackie, followed by his father, Mike. I mean, again, what a day. What a day. To the thousands and thousands of members of Team Blue, you contributed to today as well. I know you are all hugging it out back in Kent, Washington at our headquarters near Seattle, sending you guys a lot of love from down here in West Texas. What a moment.
I mean, you can hear Jeff talking.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Gary, we weren't in the capsule, but my favorite part was hearing, the hooting and hollering and the laughing. Jeff is known for his big boisterous laugh. I mean,
I wonder what Jeff's ex-wife is thinking right now.
lifetime here.
Dang it, he made it back.
Yeah, whatever happened to that petition?
Keep Jeff in space.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And I think among all the CEOs and executives, I think Jeff is, I've seen a lot of passion.
Yeah.
People hate him with passion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe when people are committed to doing things, I suppose. I mean, they say Elon can be like that. I read a book on Elon, and this worker, she wanted to have some time off for a holiday, and he said, "Well, you can't go on holiday now; it's at the critical time." And he weren't very happy. And yeah, I mean, people, they get so passionate and committed in their work, it overtakes their life.
Yeah. Yes, no, those are Rivian trucks, and they made sure to call it out. I mean, who cares what trucks are there?
Yeah.
But they made it sure to call Rivian out, and that definitely has some significance here.
Yeah, and also the fact that the Karma line was mentioned at least 5 or 6 times.
And you can tell for some reason you can tell that Jeff is backing Rivian, because to be honest, Rivian was supposed to be the real competitor of Tesla. And I mean, until they really come out to the public, we don't know if really a competitor or not.
This is real. This is so much better than anything that we could have ever imagined. Again,
thank you, inspiration from the past.
Thank you.
You could join us.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you again. Keep in touch. Thank you.
I'm really surprised Jeff is like taking his own time and not coming to the camera and saying things,
Mind you, he owns the Washington Post.
He does, yes.
So he can put a front page on that.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be all over the news.
Newspapers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we need a bit of good news, don't we?
Oh, no words from yet.
Maybe he won't make a speech.
Looks like it.
First human flight. It's been a moment for the ages, and guess what? We're just getting started. We've got 2 more flights this year and several more in the coming years. I want you to join us a little bit later today. We're going to have a live press conference.
Later.
All right. Okay.
First-hand impressions from our 4 astronauts that went to space and back.
I see.
But to all of you out there, if you like what you saw and you are serious and interested about reserving your seat on a future rocket ride to space and back with New Shepard, we've got some exciting news for you. We are open for ticket sales. Send us an email, astronauts@blueorigin.com. We can't wait to fly you to space and back. Gary, it has been an honor.
It's not going to be cheap, though.
No. Mind you, I wonder if you put your name on the waiting list and the waiting list was 5 years, I guess in 5 years the price would drop.
Hopefully.
Or would you get it at the price now, or would you get it at the price in 5 years' time?
I'm okay waiting 5 years,
All
Steve.
right. Yeah.
But we also need your help if you're interested in learning more about Blue Origin or joining our extraordinary team. Please visit our website. And if you'd like to commemorate today's historic launch, we also have some mission patches for you there. And that's also where you can get some apparel, some collectible gear. It is all
First human flight.
Wow.
so beautiful. With
Oh my goodness.
Astronauts. What a day. Everybody, my name is Ariane Cornell. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been a pleasure and an honor to be your host. And of course, until our next launch, Verdatum Ferociter.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. This was amazing, guys. Thank you so much for joining. It was fun on a weekday.
Yeah.
And thank you, Steve, for joining as well.
Yeah,
And thank
not
you,
at all.
Nora, and everyone.
Okay.
Any last words, Steve, before we wrap up?
No, I'm just looking forward to the follow-up presentations and things, and I'm sure that we'll be hearing from all the interested parties what the future holds for space exploration and transporting and everything, travel and everything else. Brilliant. Thanks again, Kay. I appreciate that. And next week we've got the next live stream, haven't we?
Yes, we have it on Sunday, and that is going to be a very exciting topic with we have Money, Whiskey, and Coffee joining us as well. And it's going to be an amazing topic to discuss, hydrogen versus electric, and who is going to win the future. So
yeah,
if
so
you
we're
are
looking
there,
forward to that.
yeah, feel free to join us next week. It's on Sunday, July 25th. It's at 10 a.m. Eastern and I believe 3 p.m. GMT. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We will be ending our live stream today, and have a great rest of the day. Enjoy.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye.